Today we're taking a look at a game called Subterrain Mines of Titan. This is an RPG, turn-based, but it's very fast-paced for the way that it operates. You'll see in a minute. Start off, gotta make your character. We go ahead and delete all this and make a new name. Tingba Ikbu. Tingba Ikbu. Select. Got a few different types of characters you can make. Up there at the top, you choose it. Engineer, pilot, scientist, doctor, soldier, miner, engineer, pilot, scientist, doctor, soldier, miner. We're probably gonna go with soldier. Looks like the easiest way to start the game. We do a quick glance at the different benefits from each class. This one comes with a pistol, so that's nice. There's not any avatars to choose when you start the game. Maybe in the future there will be more, or if you beat the game, I'm not sure. But right now that's the only one I can pick. The Titan Excavation and Colonization Company, also known as TECC, was born of human ingenuity and a compulsion to capture Saturn's largest moon for its precious resources. This plan was in the making long before such a mission was even possible. It was a top priority under the leadership of CEO Atticus Proangelus. After a twist of fate, known only to corporate insiders, TECC successfully populated several mining camps on Titan's surface. The company invested heavily in terraforming technology capable of transforming the atmosphere for human habitation. Titan's first pioneers oversaw this process and created a new life for themselves until one day, they were all gone. In conjunction with research and mercenary groups, TECC launched additional teams to Titan to investigate the cause of the first settlement's loss. One such team was sent to a remote location, Camp Hyugen, where the new exploratory team was tasked with recovering assets from the deep mines. Unfortunately, their numbers were decimated under mysterious circumstances, and contact with TECC HQ was severed. The remaining residents of Camp Hyugen were stuck in survival mode, scraping together materials to make it another day. And then they uncovered a stasis pod buried in the ruins. This is where you come in. Something stirs in the black void of existence as your consciousness begins to awaken once more. An explosion in your spirit brings the world back into view, though your senses are stifled. Thinking is complicated, as is the idea of speech. Too many images flash through your mind, but dreams and reality are intertwined. Just how long have you been sleeping? The liquids surrounding your drains, and the world comes crashing in. Loud machines, gears, and computerized beeps attack your senses. A sudden shock to the system from your metal restraints forces your first breath. Fresh air fills your lungs as if for the first time, sending your heart racing. Ah! The sound of your own scream makes your hair stand on end, and your olfactory catches the scent of chemicals and blood. Shadows on the other side of your glass enclosure move swiftly. Your eyes dart from side to side as you try to figure out what is happening and push yourself to speak. Let me out! The cocoon of metal and glass you've come to know shakes and retracts, replacing the cold vapor with a warm light. The first person you see is a woman. Is that concern on her face or excitement? Hello, I hoped you'd be alive in there. This cryotube is old tech. Where? Stay calm. You are safe. This is Camp Hyugen on Titan. I am Dr. Shahani, head of our clinic. We've just taken you out of stasis. First things first. Your body's motor functions should have returned after the electrical cardioversion. Please try to move for me. We need to gather initial biometric readings to proceed. You wiggle the big toe on your right foot ever so slightly, bringing a smile to your face and the doctor. However, when you push beyond that, your body is racked with pain. It hurts too much. The pain intensifies as sheer agony suddenly overtakes your body. Your newly found vision blurs and reality gets hazier by the minute. Dr. Shahani's expression grows fearful, though she remains calm under pressure. As she backs away, the sound of her steps fade away as your senses are overwhelmed by your ever-increasing heartbeat. Isco! Isco! Get over here! Another figure rushes into the clinic, but your crawling skin and rising adrenaline levels make it difficult to focus on them. They seem as freaked out as the doctor. Your vision goes red just before everything turns black. Suddenly, you are returned to your familiar black void. Give me diazepam. Stat. We need to stop these convulsions. These vitals are beyond critical. Do we want to waste more of our supply to save one patient? I'm not losing this one. This might be the key to everything. Damn right I'm the key. Slowly, your eyes open. You see the Dr. Shahani watching you. Your heartbeat has slowed, but your blood feels energized, almost refreshed. Welcome back. We thought you'd lost you. But you spontaneously recovered from whatever was affecting you. That was too close. Isco? Conditions are stable, Ida. Good. Now, can you try to move for me again? No time for pleasantries. You move 2 toes this time. The notable lack of pain is a relief. Not really, I'm too weak, but at least it doesn't hurt anymore. Good. Progress is progress. The absence of pain is a positive indicator. Now then, do you remember why you were in stasis? Any info you have will help us understand your situation. I don't remember. I know my name is Tingba Ikbo, but beyond that it's a little fuzzy. Well, Tingba Ikbo, you were placed in cryostasis outside of usual protocols. Your body wasn't appropriately cooled beforehand, and that's just one example. My guess is there's some sort of emergency that necessitated your stasis. Am I correct? You shrug your shoulders as a reflex on another milestone. Your pod was marked as belonging to the first Camp Hyugen settlement, but the log's metadata were too corrupted to recover. Thanks to Isco, we successfully connected it to your system despite it being outdated tech. That might have contributed to your rude awakening, but your stasis duration, your TECC clearance level, all of it remains a mystery. But, put plainly, everyone here is part of TECC's secondary mining operation. Everyone from the settlement originally is dead. Panic fills your mind as Dr. Shahani's voice fades into the air. The names, faces, and everything about your past escapes you. You have faint memories of joining TECC and arriving on Titan, but nothing is entirely clear. You quickly come back to your senses. And in case your mind is a puzzle we hope to piece together, Only then can we know exactly what to do with you. As the mine heals, your body will follow. For now, we focus on solvable problems. Everyone pulls their weight around here, so adding one more set of hands will be godsend. Let's get you up and moving. Time in cryostasis left your omniscope damaged. Without that, you'll be flying blind. Round here, we need to get it back online for you. During your initial examination, we attempted to reactivate it, but the damage made it combust. Luckily, Isco and I were able to remove it before it left any lasting scars. Wow, thank you. No need to thank us. Saving you isn't entirely unselfish. Your survival is crucial to our own, after all. Exactly. Okay, so we've already replaced most of your Omniscope controller's internals to make it compatible with our system. We may even be able to upgrade it later, but we're limited in how much we have in the clinic. Do you remember how to use it? The basics, yeah. Your Omniscope is a multifunctional embedded information device composed of wireless lenses inserted into the eyes via surgery, and a remotely linked AI unit. It can be used to communicate, display maps, or analyze objects. Despite her unorthodox bedside manner, you feel safe in Dr. Shahana's care and await the anesthetics for Omniscope implantation. She keeps her attention on you while simultaneously configuring the controller like an expert. I know you can't move right now, but just as precaution, hold still. Surprisingly, you feel a hand under your head as Dr. Shahana starts the implantation procedure without painkillers. You shudder as a thin object slithers from your eye sockets. Ida injects another quickly after, and it quickly burrows into your skull. You hold in your screams since this pain is preferable to what you experienced earlier. It doesn't take long before your vision is augmented by your new omniscope, overlaying vital data over everything you see. The displayed text takes time to normalize as your brain translates complex data. I know it's uncomfortable, but systems updates are almost complete. Omniscope ID 24601. Starting boot sequence. Hello, I'm Cassina. AI assistant connected to Omniscope 24601. Memory error detected. Attempting recovery. Omniscope memory recovered. Please check Omniscope functionality through the tab key. Isco? Omniscope is operational at 89% synchronization. Good. I'll have Isco monitor that during your next checkup. I'll make a note. We'll have you up in tip-top shape soon. You are at least feeling a little better, yes? Your Omniscope is also connected to your bioelectrical system, so moving your body should be easier now. So come on, please get up. So, you enter the game. You move either through Wasad, or you can click where you want to go, and it'll go there. We rest up a little bit, get our recovery up fully. Then we head out into the hallway. You caught Ida in the middle of going through a long list of to-dos with Isco. They both notice you. Your arms and legs work, and you don't seem to be in pain. Great. You'll find a change of clothes in the box behind the monitor. When you're done, I have more to share with you. So, she wants you to get some clothes on because you're a little too naked. Put the boots on and put the outfit. Oh, their soup is to die for. Ask for help. He's a large man with a somewhat perfect mustache. Lucky for you, he loves meeting new people. Keep in mind that it is uncommon to feel the need to binge eat after leaving cryostasis. Now go, but don't miss your next checkup. The doctor wants to see you more. After the lengthy slumber, my hibernation device was found by Dr. Shahani. She cracked it open to bring me back into the world. This place is called Camp Hyugen, apparently home to several TECC employees. Probably one of the many camps built on Titan, the largest of Saturn's 83 moons. So after this, they give you instructions to go look for Alp and get a meal, because you're hungry. You've been sleeping forever. We explored this area for a while, looking for the chef, who should be somewhere around here. Three things you have to worry about is water, food, and sleep. It all seems pretty basic and understandable. Here's the items that you receive related to your class. Depending on what you picked, it would be different equipment inside there. But we picked soldier, so we got a pistol and some rounds. There's a lot of loot you can find throughout the maps. And it appears to be a very large map. That's pretty cool. It's kind of open world type scenario. You can leave and go anywhere if you have the skills to survive. I guess a bit like the original Fallouts would be maybe the closest thing I can think of. but also similar to games like Tibia or Ultima in the way that you move and you navigate the world. There's a door up here, but it's locked or out of order. Probably later in the game, I'm sure you can go through there. This is another area over here. I think this is where the food is located. Here's the bar. It's not huge, and there's not a ton of seating, but here it is right here. Name's Ulf, the mixologist at the pub. I used to be a miner, but who wasn't nowadays? Who you were isn't who you are, though, right? Anyway, there's this miner guy hanging back here. He's not who we're looking for, so we move along. Oh, hello. I'm Miriam, a server at the pub. Stop by if you haven't already. Alp is a great cook. Whatever, lady. Thought he'd be in here. Turns out he was. The autosave feature happens quite frequently, so you could adjust it to happen less frequently. But it might be good if you're spelunking and you've got a lot of enemies to have extra save points. In town it gets a little annoying though. So here's Alp, and he asks what you want. And unfortunately, he doesn't just feed you, he wants you to do something for him. He gets real quiet as he gives you your mission. Listen, I have a bowl of soup with your name on it. If you can help me out. A family of rats has set up shop in the pub's cellar. Now I make my soup from the best lentils around. The last thing I need is for this to get out and ruin my reputation. This is a family recipe after all. So, this is what I need from you, my friend. Bring me 5 rat tails and you get soup. Oh, these are no ordinary rats. Think of rats, you know, from Earth. Now imagine that creature evolving in the worst conditions of Titan, and its great-great-great-great-great-grand spawn coming out hideously deformed. So 5 is more than enough, and should put the fear of God into the rest of them. They'll know to stay out of my pub. Your stomach growls as a reminder. Very good, my friend. Here's the key card to the cellar. So, we have a little quest to do. Do a little looting before we head out. Things seem to run pretty smooth here. It's not a clunky game. A lot of these turn-based games are kind of clunky, and if you feel staggered and like you're walking in mud, you don't really get that feeling in this game. You move pretty quick and the dialogue goes good. So yeah, it's a win. Mechanics are good in this game, and I think that helps a lot. So you open the door with a key card, and there's some items on the ground. You might as well pick them up. Press F to take all. We decided to look at our gear and see if there's anything we can put on or add to get ready for the rats. We got a slingshot, a mop, a shield. Probably could have put the shield on, but I didn't. Anyway, we got this pipe wrench thing that we had in our hand, and we decided to use that. That had the largest damage. Basically, you can run into the enemy, kind of like ease, where you just run into them, or you can click on them. Either way, and it will start to battle. And it seems like it's just a simple function, whether you're going to hit or not. Your basic dice roll and skill adjustment. After killing the rats, you can pick up some loot in these barrels that are located throughout. Kind of like Diablo, where you can beat up the barrels and get some loot. Or most RPGs. Got a couple med kits from that big box there. So we head back and then try and talk to the chef. But he appears to have left his office, so we head back up near the pub. There he is. Hey, help, give me my soup. Great. Great work. Let me look at you. Help checks you for lasting wounds and smiles when he finds none. He's the warmest personality you've encountered so far, but there is a mystery behind his eyes as well. A few scratches never hurt nobody, right? As promised, the best soup on Titan. Some rations for the road. I'll even throw in some credits for the extra tail. You got food, water, and credits. The first one's free, but you have a craving for more of my delicious food. I'll have to charge you. Gotta keep the lights on. Be sure to eat often. I'm sure you're hungry from a long day of checkups and system registration for you. My omniscope is connected, but nobody mentions registering. What? Registering is the only way to fully use the camp systems, my friend. David's in charge of the supply facility. You should go see him. And if nobody said it yet, welcome to Camp Hyugen. Adjusting to life here might take some time, but you'll get there. Well, I gotta get ready for the lunch rush, so I'll leave you to it. Come back anytime. Help seems like a genuinely kind soul. You wave the large man as you leave. Water, Hyugen bread, and a new person to go see. After this, we pick up a key card. Someone left it on the ground. And we decide to head outside. This is the main town. Got many different buildings in here. Lots of places to explore. Most of it seems to be opened, so you're free to wander wherever you might wish to go. Saving again. There's manual save and also quick save, and then the save that it does automatically. You could turn off the auto save and just do quick save if that's how you want to play it. Lots of options, which is always great. Another building. Looks like this is like a prison of some sort. We don't actually explore this one very much. Or do we? I think there's a lady down here. Yeah, we talked to this lady. Vin Pon. I am Tingba Ikbu. I'm Vin, but I can't talk. Take my job seriously, as everyone should. Hope you find your purpose at camp. I must return to work. So you exit and head out. But first we gotta loot. Nothing too exciting here. Basically it works kind of like Age of Empires, how you get resources and you gotta do tasks. It's basically like a timed thing that over time you'll get the product that you're trying to get, or the reward. So you get the resources first, and then you can upgrade things, or build things, or repair things, basically. Kind of cool to see the water effects near the water. My character was getting hungry, so we went ahead and eat some bread. That seemed to fix us up a bit. Over here is like a fishing spot. Don't know totally how the fishing works, but must be some way to do it. Maybe a tiny bit similar to Death Trash, which is another RPG. Totally different story, but just kind of reminded me of it in some ways. Another building we check out. Some sort of a cooling system, or maybe a sanitation of the water. Yeah, that's what it is, I think. Talk to this person outside. They're kind of crazy, or they have some sort of weird religion based on the water or something. Oh, you are the pod person I was working on. I'm Earl Running Wolf, and I maintain the holy place. I'm Tingba Ikbu, holy place like a church? It's a place to bask in the beauty of life itself. I keep our water as clean as I do my own soul, using chemicals for one and prayer for the other. Is the local water dangerous if it's untreated? Let's just say that Titan's water can disintegrate buildings, so you can imagine what it would do in your insides. Despite what others think, there's no water shortage. On the other hand, the chemicals used to treat the water are running low. Everyone needs water, especially Soyun's farm, and rationing correctly avoids causing panic. Water is life, and I don't want to leave anyone high and dry. Anyways, welcome. I have something to attend to. You can trade with this guy, though he doesn't buy much. He does buy my outfits, so I sell him those. No reason not to. Make some Skriller. 745. This appears to be some sort of mine. Here's some mining supplies. Guess we'll go back to the supply room. Here you find the supply counter. They don't appear to be there, but they'll be there in a minute. They're just being lazy. The lady behind the counter is kind of rude. Her name's Katarina. Anyway, you talk to her for a bit. They just make them younger and younger. Registering, huh? This part's kind of boring. She yammers on for a bit. Then you go over and talk to this David guy. David operates behind a much more impressive computer setup, and his eyes light up when you enter. Hey, when Katarina said the thing about my browsers, I assure you, she was just kidding. I'm excited to meet a new recruit, though. I'm David Almanza, but everyone calls me the House. No one calls you that, David. Stop trying to make the house happen. Anyway, let's get started. What's your name? Tingba Ikbu. Entered, though I must admit, you look like a maverick to me. Has a certain ring to it, right? This will read data from your omniscope lenses and complete your registration. Stand on the mark and then look up. Up, down, down, left, right, as quick as possible. Up, down, down, left, right, left, right. David brings you to a yellow box filled with flashing lights to attract potential buyers. This one says David's Emporium. Now that you're in the system, you can trade various items through aptly named trade boxes. This is my store here. While other sellers might be cheaper, my inventory selection can't be beat. I'll buy and sell pretty much anything. Business is business. A storage container that are throughout the map. Anything you don't want on you, but you might want to access later. Kind of like Tarkov or other games have. Once you've collected some items, you can put them into your storage and then perform one of 3 requests. The craft request splits out a brand spanking new item. Anything from better gear to medicine. The research request unlocks more things to be crafted by analyzing blueprints of recycle, break down, then you can use it for craft. But you'll see in a minute how it kind of works. They show you how to recycle, but then they don't show you how to craft or research. They only show you how to recycle, at least when I tried. And it could be that it's further down the line in the tutorial, but from what I saw, I didn't see any crafting or research. So we throw some junk in the storage. David shows up, tries to tell you what you're supposed to do. So we hit this button and then it puts it over here. We're just kind of looking around to see what else there was to do. Anyways, this is Subterrain Mines of Titan. Check it out. Definitely worth a buy. Go and get it. It's on Steam. My name's GlakoBlako, and this has been Subterrain Mines of Titan. Let me know what you thought of the video game, or subscribe if you like to check out new games, or just watch me check out different games. I check out indie games, RPGs, and open world games, all sorts of stuff. Come on back and take a look.